guys, here you can see one more that came about the HTML full stack web development, and in this full stack web development video I'm telling you about the in the HTML what are style CSS. So yeah, we are learning about it. This video start to end, and please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to all the notification bell also stand for any future latest videos about the full stack web development. So without taking any time, let's move computer screen and let's do a coding with loving it. So guys, here you can see one more when we came about the HTML. And in today's HTML video, I am telling you about the index styles border CSS. So yeah, I am telling you about it. So let's get started. First of all, let me tell you the full form of CSS. Now, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Okay, the full form is CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of the multiple web pages all at once. Okay, CSS styles and colors, like you give the colors and the styles to your text using the CSS. Okay, like this. What is CSS? If you don't know, let me tell you. Cascading style sheets means that CSS is used to format the layout of a web page. With CSS, you can control the color, font, the size of text, the spacing between elements, how elements are positioned, and layout. What background images or background colors are to be used, different displays for different devices, and screen sizes, and much more. Tip: the word cascading means that a style applied to a parent element will also apply to a children element within the parent. So if you set the color of the body text to blue, all heading paragraphs and other text element within the body will also get the same color unless you specify something else. Using CSS. CSS can be added to HTML documents in three ways. First, inline, internal, and external. What is the meaning of inline, internal, and external? First, inline. By using the style attribute inside the HTML elements. Okay, this is the meaning of inline. Then internal. By using the style element in the head section, this is called the internal. And external. By using the link element to link an external CSS file. The most common way to add a CSS is to keep the styles in the external CSS files. However, in this tutorial we use the inline internal styles because this is the easier to demonstrate and easier for you to try it yourself. Okay, inline CSS. And inline CSS is used to apply a unique style to a single HTML element. For example, an inline CSS uses the style attribute of an element. The following sample sets the color, text color of the H1 element to blue and the text color of the P element to red. Like here it is doing. This is called the inline. What is called? It's called the inline CSS. Okay, let me show you how. First of all, let me open my Sublime text editor, and when it will be open it, what can I do? Here I make up a new file by the name of I am making this file on my documents, and I am giving my file name should be index.html, and I am saving this file, and then here I am writing HTML. So my all code has been same. Here I am writing like CSS, and then here I am writing like H1. In H1 I am writing inline CSS. So what is the meaning of inline CSS? When you write when you write in the HTML element, when you write a style, and in the style when you give the color to your text, this is called the inline element. Okay, and let me show you here. Dark red I give, and then in the P tag I am giving the style should be, let me see, and in the here I am writing inline css.com. Okay, and I am giving him color should be red, or the color should be blue. Now when I save it and when I go on my documents and when I open my HTML file, so it give me this type of output. Okay, here you can see it. And why did it give me this type of output? Because I give the dark red color to the dark red and blue violet. So that's why it give me like this. Okay, so like that you can give the color to your text by using the inline CSS. Okay, okay, like that. So let's minimize it. Also. Let's close it now. I hope your concept will be clear about the inline CSS. Inline CSS means when you write the style in your H1 tag or P elements. Okay, in the HTML elements, when you write this type of codes like style equals to double commas color blue. So this is called the inline CSS. So let's come on our internal CSS. So internal CSS is used to define a style for a single HTML page. And internal CSS is defined in the head section of an HTML page within the style element. The following example sets the text color of all the H1 element on that page to blue and the text color of all the P elements to red. In addition, the page will display it with a powder blue background color. Let me show you what is the meaning of that. Means that internal CSS means when you are right, internal CSS means, let me show you. When you write here style, and when you write here style, and in the style when you writing like here h1 should be color should be blue, and then background color should be dark blue, and color I am giving him to the white, and border 1 pixel solid should be white, shadow box shadow should be 2 pixels, and then when you write here h1, and in the h1 you are writing here internal CSS. So internal CSS means when you in the HTML page when you writing here style element, and in the style element when you are writing here elements of HTML, and then you are writing here CSS elements. So this is called the internal CSS. When I save it and run it, so give me like this. Here you can see it. And when I come here and when I write here body, and here I am giving the background color should be black. Save it and run it. So give me this like this. Here you can see it. And when I give him to the text, align should be center. Save it and run it. So it is coming like this. Here you can see it. Like that you can do it, or you can give the font family will be Montserrat, comma sans serif. Now save it and run it. So it give me like this. Here you can see it. Like that you can do it. Okay, when you are writing in the HTML, when you writing it style, and in the style when you are defining your HTML element, and in the HTML element when you are writing like CSS code like background color should be black, color white, border, box shadow, text align, font family. So this is called the internal CSS. Okay. Now external CSS. What is the meaning of external CSS? External styles is used to define the style for many HTML pages, web HTML pages. To use the external style sheet, add a link to it in the head section of each HTML. Okay. If you use the external CSS, so what you can do to use the external CSS, you only want to do it like you only go here and you link your file like a link. Okay, to do this you only do you make your HTML CSS file. Okay, you make the CSS file like rel style sheet href will be style.css. Like then click on the file, then click on the new file, then here create a one file on in the document style.css, and please make your file there where you make your HTML file. Okay, then enter press, then yes. Now here our HTML file has been CSS file has been built. So when you are linking your file, okay, when you are linking your HTML file to CSS, so this is called the external. Okay, then what you write here, like if I write here h1, color should be blue, background color should be black, and sorry, here I am writing like white, and here I am writing like border 1 pixel solid should be red, font family should be Montserrat, comma sans serif. And now what we write here, we save it, and here I do not write anything. Here I only write our h1. Okay, h1 element. Now when I save it and run it, so boom, here you can see it like that. So if you want to give the background color, so body background color should be dark blue. Save it and run it. So the dark blue color has been came. So like that you can do it, or text align should be center, save and run. So you can see it like that. So like that you can do it very easily as during the external CSS. Okay. Here I am writing external CSS. save it and run it. So external element can. So you can see it in today's video of the HTML. I've told you about the three things. In the HTML styles, I told you about the CSS, and I told you about the three things, like what are internal CSS, what are external CSS, and what are inline CSS. I hope you can understood it. Okay, inline CSS means when you are defining your any element, in that element you are defining your style, like giving the background color. This is called the inline. And internal means like in the HTML page, when you are in the HTML code, when you are making one element by the name of style, this type of element. And when you in this element, when you are writing your code, so this is called the what this is called this is called the internal. And external means when you are making the file of CSS, and when you are linking the HTML file to CSS file, this is called the external. Okay, I hope your concept will be clear about the inline, internal and external. So I hope you can enjoy this class. If you enjoy, so please like this video, share, friends, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to all the notification bell also to never miss over any future related videos about the HTML. So now I meet you next class, next video. I'm making that type of videos. So for today, goodbye.